since January, each meeting that we've had together, we've asked one person to provide their memories from some interesting aspects of their own birding life. Tonight, David Sandler is going to share some of his particular memories. David has been an active birder. He travels widely, hasn't traveled as much in the last couple of years as he'd like, but he's doing a lot more. He has served on the Howard County Board of Directors. He's been a chapter director. He's a delegate now to the MOS board. He's serving on the 50th anniversary committee. And he's the person, along with Kelsey Wellens, if you don't want to write your memories, David will manage to interview you so that you can do it orally. And we'll put it on YouTube. David, can you bring us up to date on some of your special memories?
I think you've probably stolen some of my thunder, but I just jotted a few things down today. I'm not very organized. I've been interested in birds for probably 20, maybe longer, but not really identifying birds. I put up bird feeders and get the typical backyard birds. And I could tell you I had a blue jay, I could tell you I had a robin, or I could tell you I had a cardinal. Anything else was just a bird. One day, and we lived near Lake Elkhorn. I would go around Lake Elkhorn frequently and see ducks in the water and had no idea what I was looking at. Didn't pay attention to the ducks, other than there was a bird in the water. One day I looked out at the feeder, and there was a bird I've never seen before. I think we call these the spark bird. It turned out to be a red-breasted grosbeak, a male, and it was gorgeous. And I quickly got out my bird guide and decided I needed a better bird guide. And off I went, trying to identify birds. Let's see. How I got involved with the bird club is interesting because I didn't know bird clubs existed. And one day I was off on a bike ride with the Baltimore Bike Club and was riding by Western Regional Park and saw a whole bunch of folks walking around with binoculars on the path, and stopped and said, "Who are you people? What are you doing?" And they said, "It's the Howard County Bird Club. We're looking at birds." Well, I didn't think much of it. I wasn't into birds really at that time, but it got me to thinking later on. I went to Fort McHenry and hooked up with Jim Peters and Wendy Alexander, and they told me about the Baltimore Bird Club, which I joined. I then went to Patuxent North and South Track, and I met Charles, who was a member of the Howard County Bird Club. And Charles was very informative, helped me start to identify sparrows, and I became a member of the Bird Club. And then, as Joe told you, I've kind of advanced along. Let me see what else I wrote here. Right when I joined the Bird Club, just like any one of when we all start, walk in the door, I didn't know anybody, quite honestly. And the Bird Club was very inviting. And I met Howard and Karen, who I started going out birding with, and was amazed at how much they knew and how much they taught me. I also went with Chuck and went with Kurt and Joe Hampton. All these folks were very gracious and put up with my lack of knowledge. Let's see here. One day, I was approached by Nancy McAllister at a meeting and said, "Wouldn't you like to be a chapter director?" So what is that? And she explained it to me, and I said, I think I could do that. So I did that for 2 years, and it's a great way, by the way, to meet chapter members, because you're in touch with entire membership, actually, doing that job. I then was asked to become a state delegate, and I enjoy that. I still do that because I get to meet different people from chapters around the state. And I'm amazed at how committed people are in MOS to bird and bird conservation, habitat conservation. Let's see what else I could say. I could say in our bird club, I'm impressed with the amount of knowledge people have individually. Specifically, I'll mention Bonnie for sparrows. And this woman jumps into the deep end no matter what she does. She is just knows it all. I'm amazed. I'm amazed about you, Joe Solom, about records and your history of the bird club. Unfortunately, I haven't been out birding with you that much I go out and see you out there, but I'm sure that you have a wealth of knowledge about identifying birds. Joe Hampfman just knows everything and is incredibly funny when you talk to him. And if you want to know about water issues, since I'm on the Waterford Flats Committee, I've been impressed by Wes and Russ and the knowledge they have about water issues. Now, let's see. Joe said that I've traveled extensively. Well, not really. I've been to Costa Rica 3 times, which I really enjoyed. I went with Bob Ringler, who recently passed away, which is very sad and lost to MOS. I've been to Texas, Arizona, Minnesota, and Montana and Washington State, trying to get birds out west. And an interesting story is when we were in Texas, I was so excited. I'd never seen a varied thrush before. And so we staked out the butterfly center and got the varied thrush. And I was ecstatic, only to come home to Maryland. And a month later, there was a varied thrush in Southern Maryland, which was really kind of anticlimactic, but very nice. So let's see. My life now centers around grandchildren, birding, and bicycling. My best birds in Howard County have been the snowy owl and the wood stork and the western tanager. I think a lot of us have seen all 3 of those birds. My best trip locally was to Smith Island, which we're about to do in another 2 weeks again. A great trip. We'll do it again in conjunction with the Baltimore Bird Club. And another trip that I really enjoyed was with Kurt. He took Howard and I looking for red knots. And that was really a wonderful trip. So as Joe said, I'm on the 50th anniversary committee. I'm on the Waterford Flats committee, and just really enjoying being a member of the Bird Club and encourage people to become involved. And it's just a nice social group of people. And hopefully we can get back together and meet at Robinson and see each other on bird trips. And that's all I got. So thank you.